Hey colors out there, this is Nathan coming at you with another episode of Tips and Tricks. Today we're going to be talking about setting up your line art, so it's on a separate layer. You see, when it first gets started, a lot of people, they'll tell you, oh yeah, just set your line art to multiply, your line art layer to multiply, and that'll solve all your worries. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. We'll just go ahead and copy that layer, fill the background with white, set this to multiply. So what we get, let me get a better brush here, okay. So yes, indeed, it does work. You can color behind it and your line art is on top. But what they don't tell you is that it limits how much you can do with your color work as far as coloring the line art, doing other special effects and stuff like that. If you make a selection of that layer, you're just selecting the edges because everything here is all still one layer. Like if you lock the layer and fill it with a color, the whole layer is colored because your line art isn't actually on its own layer. It's still part of this one layer. So let's go back to the beginning. I'll show you. There's a couple different ways to do it. So say we have like our background layer here. You could do select all, copy, and then cut. Make sure we have our default colors. Default is black in the foreground, white in the background. Okay, so we'll go to channels, start a new alpha, and we'll just paste into that. And now what we could do is take this, drag it down to a little circle here. That's going to make a selection out of it. And now we can open up a new layer right here on the bottom. And we're going to go up to image in your menu bar. And I'm sorry, hit select. And then inverse. I'm on a Mac, I'm just going to hit Command-Shift-I, and that'll inverse my selection automatically. And I'm just going to hit Option and Delete. That's going to fill it with black. So now when I go in, I can turn off my background layer, and we can see the checkerboard pattern behind it, whereas with the multiply layer, you couldn't see it. So now we know for sure that this is on its own layer. We'll go ahead and zoom in, so now we can see like the marching ants and everything as well. So all the line art is selected. Okay, that's the roundabout way of doing it. I'm going to show you an even faster way now. So let's go back to in our history to the beginning. We'll just go to our channels. We just go to the RGB channel, hit Command. Again, I'm on a Mac, and just click in the little thumbnail image. That's going to make our selection. Or what you could do is take it and again drag it into a little circle to make a selection out of it. Go here, back to the layers, open up a new layer, make sure it's set to normal, okay. I'm going to inverse my selection again and fill it with black. And fill the background with white, and again, the line art is on its own layer. That's probably the fastest, well, that's the second fastest way of setting up your line art. The fastest way to do it is just to set up an action. For me, let me see, I can go back to the beginning again. There's no extra alpha channels, no extra layers or anything like that. Back to the first state in my history. I could just hit F13, done. And I'll do another tips and tricks episode, hopefully in the next week or so. I'll explain actions and how that helps out with your workflow. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Anything you guys would like to see in future episodes, let me know. In the meantime, feel free to check out my DeviantArt page, lummage.deviantart.com. And I think that's it for now. Thanks, guys. Bye.